Well, it was a great game. I thought both teams played their hearts out. It was a battle going back and forth throughout the entire game. And, I thought a lot of guys stepped up on both teams and made a lot of really good plays, for their team. So just really proud of our guys. We were able to make one or two more plays at the end, which gave us a chance to win. Just really proud of our effort and our energy throughout the night.
Questions? Darius, I assume you didn't want to go home yet?
Nah, I'm definitely not ready to go home. Honestly, I got my feet back under me. Got my wind back. It's tough to sit down for 2 weeks, kind of trying to figure out what you're going to do. But I just tried to make sure I stayed in the gym, stayed sharp, tried to stay in as much shape as possible. But, it's hard to stay in game shape when you're not playing games. So, my teammates trusted me. They found me early on for some good shot attempts, and I was able to capitalize on that. And then we just took off from there.
Does it make up for the birthday loss?
This definitely makes up for the birthday loss. Definitely.
Even though this game was close for pretty much the whole thing, you guys led for like 33 minutes out of the 40. So how important do you think it was to kind of just make sure that you could always stay 2 points ahead, 4 points ahead, and that the psychological element never quite shifted back towards Cincinnati down the stretch?
That's honestly been one of our biggest things this year is, maintaining and building a lead. I feel like tonight we did a great job of that. Like you said, we led for 33 minutes. Even when it got close, the team tightened up. We got stops when we needed to get to, and we executed offensively. We made a lot of connecting plays, and we made some big-time plays from other guys on the team as well.
Some of those threes you made down the stretch, were they all within the confines of the offense? And sometimes you just decide, I'm gonna make a shot here.
Honestly, sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. I've been with Coach Dawkins for the past 4 years. He believes in me. He's seen my work ethic, and my teammates also believe in me. It's my last year. I don't want to have any regrets looking back on this.
Yeah. Coach, what's it mean to you? You don't have the same squad that you had against them 2 months ago, and yet you come here and beat them.
Well, it says a lot about our guys. It says a lot about their character. We've had a lot of guys in different roles over these last few games, and they've really stepped up for us, and that's what you have to have. We believe in our players. We have good depth on our team. We've always said that's one of our strengths, and so even though we're a little bit depleted, we have enough to compete out there every night, and that's what you've seen the last few games.
Johnny, 32 points in the paint, and they didn't have any blocked shots, so how are you able to score so much in the paint without even really, putting shots in harm's way?
Well, that's a challenge. You have Bandango, you have Dylan Mitchell out there. You have guys that are extraordinary athletes and have great time in the block shots. So some of that probably was a little luck for us that they didn't get any, because I can't believe that, as active as they are. And some of it is our guys picking their spots very well. I thought our offensive execution, as Darius said, was really, really good. I thought our guys understood what we were trying to do offensively, and I thought pretty much for the 40 minutes, we tried to attack in that area, and our guys did a really good job of connecting with one another. I've not seen any of the teams that we may face next, and so I'll start studying them once we see who wins this game. But for us, we're just excited to continue to our season. We have seniors here that this is it. Darius Johnson, Debo Coleman, Benny Williams. These guys, this is it for them, and so I want to make sure, and our players want to make sure that we send them out the best way that we possibly can.
Darius, what you think of Benny's dunk?
I thought it was. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know he was gonna get it. I saw him go for it, and I was like, man, he kind of took off kind of far. He kind of cocked it back. I was like, he might miss. Let me hurry up and get up so I can maybe go get a rebound. But, Benny is super athletic. I've watched him, I've grown up with him actually, and it's crazy because he hit a huge growth spurt in high school. He grew almost a foot in high school. So we kind of had to change and remodel his whole game. But, he's super duper talented, and, the sky's the limit for him.
Well, you have to be prepared for anything, and that's the thing I've learned about being in tournaments. The games can turn on a trifle. So, right now teams have, scoring a lot, and there are a lot of threes going, but you have to be prepared for a defensive battle as well. So for us, we're fortunate that we're knocking down some shots, but we also know the importance of, getting stops in order to be successful and win big.